wanted a dollar. Dollar.
Who will interpret?
Time now is just 22 minutes past 8 p.m. My name is Gonza Paul. I want to welcome you in a very wonderful conversation where we are hosting the Honorable Nandala Mafabi. He is the candidate, presidential candidate on the FDC ticket. This evening we are happy to host him here. He has been traversing a number of areas. You know, this is the second time he is coming to Tororo. And he, of course, was in Malaba. He was in town, in the streets. And, of course, he was due to be in Yola, but time wasn't on his side. But we're happy he's here. I know he can reach a number of areas where you are. So just be set and be composed and just get what he has for you on his manifesto and many, many other things. We'll open the lines a little bit later on. You'll ask questions on 0744 602644 or 0789 3822. Yes, before hosting Ekanya, Honorable Ekanya, Tororo County North is here. Please, Honorable, welcome.
Yes, good evening, KPI. Weekend, you know, the radio, Moria Korea. I want to thank Honorable Nathan Mandala James, the FDC presidential flag bearer, for according the people the opportunity, despite the tight schedule, to address today address the people of Malaba. I want to apologize to the people of Tororo for what Twaki. If you want to the Massa or Kada, we do not total money, we can hold up the sign of power year, and what it work or what it work with me. His studio car, what you call the Jodong, my party, my FDC, what you call the Honorable Jamal Wante, Major Duong Mabedo, National Vice Person in charge of Eastern Uganda. What you call the Deputy President, my FDC, Honorable Margaret Furi, Bolewajo, Julian Mokuini, what you call the Jaduong Mane, Gonza Paul, Jaduong Ma Bedochungo, MP, no, LC5.
Tororo District.
Tororo District.
Yeah.
What you call the Jaduong Mane Milonica or Congo Level, a member of parliament, West Kudama Central.
No.
North Central. West Kudama North. For this South Mama Radio. The radio here were quite massive for Matoki. Jadong Jamal want to Motwini, then Wamedamal.
Asante sana ndugu yangu Honorable Ekanya kunipa nafasi hii kuzungumza na watu ya Tororo. Nasema asanteni sana, mtoke masikini tuwasikize vizuri. Mimi ni Jamal Abdalla Wante, chairman ya FDC kutoka kaskazini mwa Uganda. Kwa hivyo naomba nyinyi nyote msikize mzuri na basogame na mwe nambe kubasaba mwolirize bulungi nize mutabani wa imwe ate National Vice Chairperson wa FDC ngamba mu bantu baba Uganda n'olwekyo mutyame mwolirize bulungi tubakobere byetude nabyo ni president wa ifajo okwira ku Honorable Nathan James Nandala Mafabi mubalema mubaleke.
Yeah, we have an Honorable Leo Okong.
I followed much when you read your Maconomy. Before we give Marwani, Wakelo remote Mumboswa Woki FDC. Kononi Wabedo Malaba or the Tororo Kai town. Regional one swaba for Winnie, regional FDC or the Hokan de Lomagolo Kuyotondo. Sure, the Kisumuzo, Waya Uganda, Pesodonji Kisu or Patanoji. I followed you in Yane. I don't MP Mel Muchungo, my West Budama no, or Comode.
Abatuuliriza mwena erinnya okuli Margaret Madanda Vira Mbale City Lead Deputy President wa Forum for Democratic Change avira mu Eastern Uganda, era saawa eno mukwatidde FDC flag obwa MP Industrial State Division. Twagala nnyo okweyanza studio ne management ya Rock Mambo otuwa omukisa guno tube nga twogerako n'abantu abali wabweru eyo. Abakisu mwesiza namuwulirako Lukisu pasinire yano nabikubanga kuli ku Rock Mambo kuli kusaba mukuwulirise isina wokuli Margaret Madanda wa Namire Mumbale City nga senior deputy president wa Forum for Democratic Change nasimire nawe.
Yokanuya Kateker, good evening. Habari zenyu ambao mnauliza radio hii, radio Rock Mambo. Jina yangu Patrick Oboya Muriat, mwongozi ya FDC. Nataka tuma furaha yangu kwa nyinyi yote ambao umekaribisha huyo jamaa Right Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi ambao wamesimama kwa bendera ya FDC kwa rais ya nchi yetu Uganda. Leo tumetembea kwa districts mbili. Tulianzia district ya Namsindwa, kwa first wanaitwa sema wanaita Umbo. Tukaenda kwa first wanaitwa Mukoko, Lohaha, na kwa district ya Tororo tulitembelea watu ya Malaba na watu ya Tororo ajioni. Nitaka kutuma furaha yangu kwa watu yote ambao walikaribisha Nandala Mafabi, our presidential flag bearer. One thing I want to state is that Nandala Mafabi has become a national phenomenon, and that we started slow on the 29th of September. It looked like we're not going anywhere, but because tumekuwa na manifesto ya maana, manifesto that addresses the needs of the people, our message is now being heard, and the momentum is growing every day. The numbers that we are addressing is growing every day. Tumekwenda kwa majiji, we have gone to the villages, small villages. Our campaign is not a campaign of just cities and Mr. Museveni, collecting school children and dressing them up in yellow and, pleasing himself that is addressing, huge crowds. We have also seen Bobby Wine ferrying people from Kampala, putting on red berets and putting on overalls. The same people they are addressing. That is a fallacy. That is a political fraud. For us, our crowds, the people we address are organic. These are people who come out of their own volition. They come and listen to their leader, and the number of such people who are listening to our message is growing every day. Nandala Mafabi was chosen as the flag bearer for the FDC. You will remember that 2021, I was the flag bearer. We in the FDC exercise internal democracy, something that you will not see in any other political organization. And so we are really very pleased that through our internal process, we got a very competent person whom we are now taking to the country. And he has the full backing of everybody in the FDC, and this is something that we are really proud about. And so we think we have for this time the best choice candidate. And of all the 8 candidates, in talking just a bit about Nandala Mafabi, he is the one who has got a solution to the problems of this country. Poverty, that is stinking everywhere. Everywhere you go, poverty, chronic poverty. and now we have got the medicine for ridding this country of poverty and all the other vices that have affected this country, and this medicine is called James Nathan Nandala Mafabi. We want you to take this medicine so that we may progress as a country. 40 years of Museveni, and they are still talking about failed development programs. We do not have good education. We do not have good roads. Actually, our candidate has been, trapped in Museveni's terrible roads. While Museveni flies, we struggle to move along the roads. And no, it's very unfortunate that our candidate has had to spend nights together with his team while traversing this country. And so really, we bring through Nandala Mafabi the best manifesto, which him as our flag bearer, as our torch bearer, is going to explain to the people, listeners of Radio Rock Mambo, and I hope that he reaches Bugisu, reaches even Busoga, and obviously, our hosts here in Bukedi. So we would like to commend Nandala Mafabi to you, just in case I am not going to be speaking again, because the day he is his, the holder of the key for the progress of this country. And every candidate, the Honorable Geoffrey Kanya, my brother here, Leo Okongo, we also have Asimwe,
Faith
Asimwe, and Amel, and my brother here, for LC5, and the other candidates. I would like, on behalf of the FDC, to ask for your favor that we bring a new situation in this country. Vote for Nandala Mafabi, James, who is going to fix the economy. A man who is an economic guru, a man who is going to put money in your pockets, a World Bank consultant, a former staff member of the World Bank, an accomplished legislator, a fighter against corruption, the chairman of BCU, a farmer, a businessman, a teacher, a lawyer. This is a jack of all trades and a master of all trades. And together with him, a team that is going to transform this country and turn around the fortunes of this otherwise rich country where people still live in abject poverty. So I would like to stop at that point by thanking Ugandans for the love that they have shown to Nandala Mafabi. By the way, the only flag bearer coming from the eastern part of the country, and incidentally, when he's elected next year, he's going to be the first president coming from the eastern part of the country. And I think he should be the pride of everybody.
Sure.
The people from the eastern part of the country should love this, because ever since our independence 65 years ago, the eastern part of the country has never led this country. The north has had its share. The central part of the country has had numerous presidents. The west has had just one president, but has stayed in power longer than all the other presidents, the time the other presidents have ruled put together. And I think that is really scandalous. You cannot have one person dominating power the way Mr. Museveni has dominated. Listeners, we are 45.9 million Ugandans. And of those, over 60% are eligible to stand as president. Can't we really find somebody different from the same person who has been in power, endlessly? And if he was even leading this country well, probably would be heralded as somebody who has done well. But he's failed to lead this country. So we ask you to vote for Nandala Mafabi, my dear brothers and sisters, as the next president of this country. Thank you very much. Yalamadoi. Asante sana.
Yeah, thank you so much, Patrick Oboy Amoriat, the president of FDC, for that very wonderful introduction. Yes, like we said before, we still have, we want Jamal, chairman, FDC Eastern. We have Okongo Leo, is a candidate. He's actually vying for West Budama North MP. We have Wakori, Deputy President FDC, all here. Let's, yes.
Well, I think, Gonza, I would like to take this singular honor on behalf of the FDC to invite the incoming president of this country, His Excellency James Nathan Nandala Mufabi, to address listeners.
Thank you very much, my president, my team, Okongoleo.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm happy to see you. I've been looking for you.
Thank you.
I'm also happy to be in the studio with my brother Geoffrey Kanye.
Thank
My
you.
brother, very stubborn.
That's a source of strength.
Sister Margaret, my brother Jamal, whom I've known many years since I was young. And then you, my brother
Gonza Paul.
for giving us an opportunity to be on this radio.
Our candidate will
And the
be
chairman
Yeah,
five.
Chairman 5.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You know, when I come to Rocco, Mambo, I know this radio I've been here before.
Yeah, sure.
First, I want to apologize to our listeners. We confused them. We first said Morocco, then we said Easter.
East FM.
East.
East FM.
East FM. We apologize. I hope you, those who know your brothers, don't tell them we are on Rocco.
Mambo.
Unfortunately, of course, as we come here now, it may be late, but I must thank those who are listening to us at this time of the night, about their cells and whatever. As usual, also, I need to greet my people in local language. Here we say, Etienne, Wachenede, Rio Mabel, Yoga, Kopango, Foyo Mateg, Mulio, Mutie, Jemuli, Mulem, Manya la kwika leto niwe, ni Budam. I am told the best language I should use is English, so I think my brother Leo will assist and Geoffrey to translate, because I could easily make a mistake if I speak my Chapadora or what else, I can make a mistake. First, of course, I want to thank all the people we have met today. We really started our journey from Munabisimbo. I want to thank for the welcome they gave us. We're in Vumbo, we're in the Wakata. From there we came to Malava. And on the way we got many people waiting, standing, welcoming us, waving, showing sign of love. And we came to Tororo. We want to apologize in Tororo. We have always planned to be in Tororo town. But we'll get an opportunity again to be here. But nevertheless, our message is very simple. And that for us, we want to fix this economy and have money in our pockets. Yeah, and it is the rationale we are here in this struggle. You know, today somebody posted a school children doing exams in Karamoja. They are sitting in the in the mud writing their exams of P7. Of course, they had no place to sit. They are sitting on the ground, spaced, and they are doing exams. So if that's what we call protecting our gains, then we're in problems. When I was about to reach Wakaka, I saw primary school. If you looked at the primary school, you will sympathize. The signpost looks so nice. The signpost, I wish the signpost was looking bad and the school was looking better. But the signpost was the best, but the school, you can see it and see the work. And you say, is this what we say, protecting our gains? So that's why we're in this struggle, and we come. Manifesto to market to the people of Uganda what we need to do for them. And this is a serious issue. Poverty in Uganda is on increase. Our families are disintegrating because of poverty, because a woman asks for food, money, the man is becoming violent, hostile because they can't. And the man said, I can't stay with a man who is violent. Let me go. Our border boys who ride borders, they are really suffering. The cost of a border to land here in Uganda is 2 million shillings. But to sell a border to a boy is 6 million plus. That includes taxes, profit from dealers, interest, and then when they give it to them on the loan, the man wants profit, interest every month. At the end of the day, by the time the the younger man has paid, it is money equal to buying 4 borders. So you get a younger man every day riding a border, crossing here. You think he's mad? No, he's looking for money to pay the loan of the border. When he goes home and the wife asks for him, we need food. He will tell him, no, I am paying a loan. We have no matchbox. No, I'm paying a loan. We have a problem here. I'm paying a loan. Eventually, the woman said, I never married a loan. And I left the younger man. And so it is really terrible. And the government should have known about the border sector, employed over 2 million youth. And these are contributing a lot to our economy because they provide service which is really needed by the lower end. But I also have seen people like big people, MPs and whatever, parking their cars and jumping on border traffic areas, or sometimes wanting to cut costs of using fuel and gas. So border is a very big sector which needs total support. And that's why for us in FDC we come with a plan that for us we shall give the youth who want border, whether you are riding now or you want to ride it tomorrow, we shall give you a border for 2 million shillings, and the European that money in 5 years. So that means every year you'll be paying only 400 or 1,000.
Every day 1,000.
That's one day, an average of 1,100 shillings. So that you are better, so that you can move from a border, buy a pickup, buy a taxi, build a house, have a woman at home where you can provide. Instead of living, they live on Chikamando. You know Chikamando? Chikamando is a chapter with business. The people never knew that I know many things. I know this word so well. I know the problem of our country, and that's how we come in with a solution to these issues. So our manifesto is very clear. It is spelling out what is to be done, and we want you to have a buy-in. If you have not managed to get a hard copy, it is in a soft copy. Just go to fdc.org. You will get it on Nandala Mafabi, www.nandala Mafabi website. You will also get it there. I believe it can be done better. This country belongs to all of us. Nobody applied to God. To be born here, we all find ourselves in Uganda, so we must enjoy our country. We come with a plan to fight poverty in our villages. We're not going to fight poverty using PDM. PDM is at parish, and the PDM is the money they give people 1 million, but in most cases because of corruption, they end up getting 600, 500, half a million, 700. So it doesn't do the purpose. But I was also surprised to see in our place there when Muslim 7 came in Sinongo, they took him to a man called Mudebo. Thank you very much for knowing him. That he got 1 million shillings and they did the PDM and the red money. They were showing a man has 5 cows, has a coffee plantation, has matoke, and I was surprised how 1 million in a few minutes can produce 5 cows. Good, I find. Have a farm of matoke, so lying the public. Now, for me, I want to do an experience. They say, man, I got my 1 million, it has generated this, but that's not there. This has environment. Because by the time a man gets that man or a woman, he has a money lender on his side. Who, as soon as he comes, the money lender comes and picks the money, and that's how people are living. In fact, the thriving business is money lending. So the money lenders are the ones making money at the expense of everybody. And this one we must stop. So the PDM is just something which I don't understand. So for us, we come with a model of a village model. So every year we're going to put 100 million shillings in the village. So in 5 years you have 500 million. For you, it's a grant. You're not paid. For you people in that village, each of you to have his own project, or you can decide to do it in a community, in a group, but it's a grant. Nobody will charge you money, but you have to pay interest for the money of giving all the payment of what? Of the loan. Meanwhile, the government will be doing that. It's the other thing, the function of making roads, of making sure we are going to put water in every village, so that my mother or my grandmother or my sister does not have to get a jerrycan to go and look for water very far, which is time consuming and taking a lot of. The water will be there in your village. This water is everywhere, but the only problem is our priorities are not straight. Otherwise, if we had a government which loves the people, a woman to go and look for water, maybe 3 kilometers. So he has to go 3 kilometers, come back 3 kilometers. Maybe on where he has gone, he will get many people at the water point waiting, assuming there are about 50 of them. She waits for another 30 minutes before she makes it. Those are things which we as the people who are people of this, people who love this country, will not accept. So we look at every infrastructure in this country, and you see we have our manifesto is under 5 pillars. The first pillar is about employment. We want to assure people that we are going to create jobs. Let me give an example. Here there used to be North Bukedi and South Bukedi Cooperative Union. Their main item was cotton. We cannot abuse the people who brought those unions. We cannot underrate the functions of those unions. And the farmers were using them to grow cotton and take there and make money. And now since there are no more, there is no cotton, people are saying our cotton is useless. I want to tell you the cotton of Uganda is wild gold, which we need to really grow. We come back to bring back cooperatives. We come back to ensure cotton will be grown, and our people will make money in cotton. And the marketing arm will be getting managed by government. So whatever you grow, whether maize, whether onions, whether coffee, will be bought. And if there is a problem that you have storage issues, there will be houses, stores, which are called silos. And when you take your item there, you will be given a warehouse receipt. And this warehouse receipt, you can go anywhere and cash it. You can cash it, or you can get money over it, and since we bring back Cooperative Bank and Agriculture Bank, you don't need to go anywhere, those are your banks. So anything you grow will be bought. And if you grew your maize and a disaster befell you and maybe the sun was too much and it died, the insurance company will pay. We don't want any farmer in Uganda to suffer. We don't want to discourage any farmer. And I can assure you this is possible. And with the money we have in this country, we are going to make it succeed. They still 10 trillion shillings every year. This is money stolen from your taxes. And that's what we have to do. We have to fight corruption without fear of it. When I mentioned that, I heard Mzee M7 saying, oh, you're also going to fight corruption. For 40 years. Where have you been? Where have you been? We have said we're going to put sports facilities in all schools, and we're going to put stadiums, big ones, in every district. And you see, when we say that, Mzee also said, no, it's going to, no school will be registered without having a school facility. But where has it been? And you see, the stadiums are cheap. I went to Nigeria, Ghana. Even primary schools have their own stadium. That's why there are so many sportsmen in that area. And that's why we say no, that one we are going to handle and have stadiums everywhere. If I speak of parliament, I met an individual can build a stadium. What about government? We have there one of God Bale Stadium in there now like a shack. The old stadium which was built by Masete Kuya. May his soul rest in peace. Which a government, if it was a serious government, would have taken over. So our period of employment, of course, jumped even on the other, which is about human capital development, which deals with education, deals with health. We need an educated society. Recently, our teachers were striking because of salaries. A math teacher is teaching math in English, and he was taught English by an English teacher. Now the one who taught him English, they say you pay little money, while the one who was taught to teach math in English is paid more money. That's real unfairness of the biggest order. As a teacher, that is not acceptable. We have the teachers will be paid well. They will have houses to stay in. The children will study for free from primary up to university. But meanwhile, also they drop up. And the drop up is basically of two reasons: lack of hunger and lack of education at school. So if we sort out the education the teachers will teach, as tax. That kilogram of sugar you buy, it has 2,300. Kilogram of sugar you buy, it has 2,300. The fuel you put in that motorcycle 1 liter has 1,000. The fuel you put in that motorcycle 1 liter has 1,000. Sooner that we are not tapping into them. Health workers, there will be no medical tourism because we are not tapping into them. Health workers, there will be no medical tourism because everything will be here. Nobody will go to South Africa or India or whatever to go. In this argument, many of you know what we call Maslow, Maslow hierarchy of needs. Now, many of our people have not even satisfied the raw one, which is the lowest, finished anything at that level. It really disturbs me and I don't understand what is going on. So those are things which makes us come in this election to deal with that so that our people are well public service, which is supposed to be really good. If you take about our services in the government, the service delivery is very poor. All civil servants are waiting for what we call quarter release. As soon as they get their quarter release, they share and disappear. So the service we're going to have will not be that one. For us, we're going to have a real public service which works, where you are supported with good salary, you are supported with facilities to work. If you don't work, the system will pick you and get away. We would want workers to come and we'll serve people who can. If you're an extension officer, you must really be an extension officer. So those are the things which bring us here to talk about. Of course, in creating jobs, we have to talk about industries, and industries like in agriculture, we're talking of agro industries. There will be other industries, the cottages in the villages to deal with do small works, but generate income and building our economy. We have cotton and coffee and tea, which I've also talked about fish. Cotton is called white gold, coffee is called the black gold, and the tea is called the money magnet. And there are so many, and the fish, and these are all going to create a lot of wealth for our country and they will create jobs. Tourism is our main issue. Tourism is what. Recently we went to Johan Romo's grave. This man is a saint who died for us during the Amin time. He was killed. The place is just in open, otherwise that's the place, as much as we made it a public holiday every 16th of January, that's the place we will make it look big, people can go there for tourism, that place Muchuno will grow. We have caves here in the Sronko, in Bali. If you went there, you can see how you even get to what the ancient people used to use. They are there in those caves. People have not been to Tororo. Then we have rocks here in Tororo. Everywhere we can make a lot of tourism in this country. Then we have the strategic investments, which is to do with infrastructure. We have roads, we need railway, we need water, transport. Now, already here in Tororo was killed told they tried the what is it, standard gauge, it has got defeated. But before you come for standard gauge, then the lower gauge should be working. Who killed it? You see, I feel so bad. We used to have DFI, that's the District Farm Institutes. I don't know if the one of Tororo is working. You see, a government which comes, you have got, if you have got something here, you add on. You don't destroy. And there was a reason why we had District Farm Institutes. But people don't understand that those are important to us, Uganda being an agricultural country. So we're going to do roads. For them now currently to do 1 kilometer of road, they still 19 kilometers. So it means if they are doing 10 kilometers, they have stolen 190 kilometers. So it means this country by now, even all village roads would be having tarmac. But because of theft, that's why we're having the problem. And the materials they use are all local. The stones, the sand is from here, the stones are from here, cement is here from Tororo cement, the water is from Uganda, the workers who are wheelbarrow pushers, who drive those big trucks are from here. It's only 5% which is brought from out there, those big trucks, and the thing called bitumen. Bitumen is a byproduct of oil, which those people want to throw away, but these people have to use there in making roads. But we could do without it because we have cement. Excuse me. We have cement. We can use the pavers. We can do what, and this we can really be able to help to us as we move. So we believe this country can be moved further if you have genuine people who love the country like the Nandaras and this team. We have talked about technology, ICT. Rwanda is beating us. A small country is beating us. This way would be, but in Rwanda, if you went on the street, the internet is free. You can get it. But here it is still very expensive because of corruption. You heard about the fiber optic which came from, which was done by that company, the Chinese company. It was too expensive. While MTN did his own fiber at a very cheap rate. Ours was done, I think, at about almost a total of $400 million. MTN did theirs at $90 million. Rwanda did theirs at the whole of Rwanda, which is passed by Uganda, they did theirs at $11 million. But ours was $400 million. See what type of country we're talking about. We have water, God gave us everything. We have the environment, which is good. We have land, which is, of course, there's also stealing of public people's land by a few individuals. That one will not be accepted. Lost cattle, people will be compensated. Lost people during the insurgencies in other regions will be held, will be compensated. So we come with a master plan to make sure that we restate what belongs to our people and we'll move forward. Now, that's a pair of strategic investment. Then we have a pair about leadership and governance. Of course, governance, we're talking about corruption. We're talking about to deal with the debt burden. And you see, corruption is the people who are stealing are known. By the way, when I was working for World Bank, we had to introduce what we call time sheets, so that every worker accounts for his time and what he did. Those who were not working were got and were thrown out. Because the time sheet will explain what you're supposed to do. And if you don't do it within that time, then you're either corrupt or whatever. Now also, if there's value for money, I've given you money to do some item. I know how much quantity of cement should be here. I know how much quantity of stones here. And you have done and you have exaggerated the price, you will be good. So, but the government is not serious. We have Water General's reports, we have IGG's reports, but they don't really work on them. And for me, I can tell you, I will fight corruption without fear or favor. We have local debts, which is about now 3 trillion. The reason people are losing their houses, they are losing their properties, is because they supplied the government and have not been paid. If I took power, the first people to pay out of the local are the local debt. This foreign debt, it will be managed. It is easy to handle. Do you know? Because now government of Uganda has run broke. It has run the limits. They are going to commercial banks. They are getting money from commercial instead of getting concessional loans, which is at 0.5 to 1%. They can't give it. Now, if you go to a commercial bank at 20%, interest of 20, that means it's higher than 0.51%. So that is the reason we have a huge debt burden. And I can tell you our debt burden is over 100 trillion. But to deal with this debt is very easy. I'm going to manage it. How? If I've expanded now the tax base by making sure that the farmers are getting money, the people are getting jobs, because these are I've created jobs, and when you create jobs, people become now in the tax base grow. And if you say bill tax, money goes to buy sugar, you are picking little money on that sugar, not 2,300, maybe 300. There will be very many people to consume sugar. There will be very many to consume soap. Because sometimes people are bathing and say, no, let us use this soap sparingly because...
And it's true.
yes. Because that's why they use some to bathe and even for saucepan to wash plates.
Yes.
Yet the one of bathing should be different from the one of washing the plates. So, they will consume and the demand for goods will increase. And so as the demand increases, it means the tax will increase because they will widen production, the producers will become many. As they become many, they will be taxed, but at a small rate, not 30%, 10%, 5% to 10%. You see airtime now you buy, the tax is 40%. If you buy airtime of 1,000, 400 is taxed. If you buy of 2,000, 800 is taxed. If you buy 5,000, 2,000 is taxed. That's why all our money is becoming smaller and smaller because of taxes. So now, as I do it now, I will have enough money first to do the budget. Then the borrowing will not be there. Now what will be done is now to see how to start to reduce the burden, which will be done. This country called West Africa, where this man got a power recently. Eh? This is I'm a man.
There's Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso. He has paid all the debts within 2 years. There's no debt. Now he has even his balance of payment is positive. Just in 2 years. What about for us, Uganda, where God gave us everything? God gave us the best weather. We grow anything in this country. God really loved Uganda, but the people who run it are the main problem. That's why we are suffering. So within a short time, within 2 years, you tell Uganda now we're working on our debt. We're restructuring it, and you'll see like a bank. If you go back to the bank and say, I want to pay my debt now, but I want you to to cost and remove this, they will remove. We'll go to this lenders of us, you know, we want to pay your money. Can you remove this interest? Can you remove this penalty? We want to pay the principal. Most of this money includes, of course, interest and penalties. We will settle it in a very short time. Within 2 years, we'll settle this debt. I am certain we can. But also, we will negotiate with many of these lenders as we talk. Now, we have a period to deal with the special interest groups. Those are the youth, the women, the elderly, the veterans, the people with disabilities. I can tell you that one, the older persons, of course, the veteran. This one we have capacity to handle. What does the youth need? A youth needs a job. Give him a job with that energy, he will not take marijuana. In fact, they don't smoke marijuana because marijuana is very expensive. It's not here. They spoke of this in Jaga, which we give chicken when they fall sick. So that's why if something can treat a chicken and you take it, you become mad like chicken. So they stop it. They smoke nyaga, they suck fuel. I got some sneezing this thing for shoes. They want for the glue for shoes. That is very dangerous. Then you get him walking as if he's finished. But it is glue which is working on his head. Now, he has energy. If you give him a job, he will be dying well. The women, these women need capital, little capital. That's why we have a plan to put money in all these smaller businesses, which we call seed capital, so that they can grow. And this money will not, it's a money we want them to use to leave that bracket of poverty so that they don't go to money lender, they will not be taxed, so that they grow and they will be taxed when they're up there. And the women are very good workers. Youth have energy, they will work. Our people with disability, they are not disabled that they can't work. They have even better brains than some of us who look very normal. Of course, for us, but just all circumcised men are disabled. So because they are disabled. But what I'm trying to say is that they can be put in beautiful purpose. In Mbale, when I was growing, there was a school where there was a place where the disabled would be. They would make shoes. They would make shoes. They would make blankets. They made mats, and the things were too good. And now we have abandoned them. Those are the things we want with them, and they will generate so that our people refuse to be stop being beggars. Our people who are old, 60 years, 65 years plus, will be paid 60,000 shillings per year. Until you go and see your creator, you'll be okay. Now, Uganda was full of proud people. The market, they were proud because they would sell their cotton and take their children to good schools. If you are not aware, if you have not gone to Tororo College, you have gone to no school. If you have not gone to Navmal, you have gone to no school. If you are not going to, so there were those first class schools where we went. But the children who went there were not from people who were in town, they were from villages. We studied from villages. Our parents would sell coffee. We would take their coffee to sweat and get money in advance, take a school, take cotton. But now we can't. So now people have become beggars. A man, a grown up, a man in a court asks for 500 shillings. That's what Museveni has there reduced us to begging. Now he says protecting our gains. Are you protecting gains of begging? So these are things we need to bring back our proud Ugandans. The Bakeri should be proud. The Bagisu should be proud. The Acholi should be proud. The Bateso should be proud. Even the Banyankole themselves should also be proud. Because if you are the only one who have something and others don't have, they will come and grab it one day. That's why we come with unity that we want to reconcile this country so that the North should not raise against the South and the East should not raise against the West and vice versa. So these are things we should do when we come with reconciliation, and we need this country to be back on the track. So under our governance, period leadership and governance, we want to restate term limits. Term limits. Term limits are very important. So that a man, if you have a woman, you have succeeded, you rule for only 2 terms. Also at 70 years, you become senile. You should really stop to be a leader. For me, I'm surprised. President Museveni has been around for 40 years. Everybody knows him. He talks, he's always on TV, he's always on radio talking. In COVID, in fact, when there was COVID, he was the only person who could go to listen to him speaking on radio or TV because we were going with the expectation. Is he going to unlock us? What is going to happen? So we saw him. Now, we go and make posters, make billboards, make t-shirts, spending over 1 trillion shillings to do that. It's dangerous. Why don't you give this money to struggling businesses of women and men, to youth maybe in the form of motorcycle, to what? Surely. And you just blow it by 15, it to be no more. Yet you're a man who has been around for 40 years. What are you advertising? That nobody knows. These are the things we are raising, and we believe that there must be a lot of people of Uganda must come to terms and know that there's a lot of things which is under, which they are not seeing. So we are coming here to say, yes, we come with good hearts. We want to move this country ahead. We don't come with hatred. We are not chatting anyone. We want to thank President Museveni for what he has done in 40 years. Now, what he has not done in 40 years, cannot do in 5 years. 5 years knew a man who comes with knowledge in economy, in accounting, in financial management, in taxation, in cooperatives, and who loves people. If you don't have those qualities, Uganda is not now for you. And among the 8 candidates, I'm the one who fits in that bill. So that's why we're here with my team, asking for your support, to give us your vote, so that we can lead this country to the next level. Uganda is a honorary country, and I believe if you give us an opportunity, you will not regret. For now, Mr. Moderator, I can stop here to allow my brother Leon to do a lot of translation because I've given him a platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for the liberation. Jupadola, tete kime jupadola, majuni jupadola. Yagong president ye mutemo eturuwi manifesto pere. To alam to ni dano ma kiwinji luzungu kwa sanga tako niyang tete kimako wacha ketiri win akwadiri win ma seu. Wenyal niyang. Yagong president nandala ofoyoswa Tororo je kijologo kodi tim pere inamba Mambo ameno. Gimaduongi i manifesto pere ma FDC ma 2026 mewani. Ma 2026 me mara pena maduong go wacho ni kidho keto pesa imigoa paji kosa migoa mao wajujie. Go neno ni i social media minyo go ukiuka na moja koro chieng no tie school maido PLO nyithindo do jote mitie yath amago wacho ni government ma NRM i oro 40 gi nyithindo soma nedi itiendi yath gino nego gi dieri akago edo ford koneno gime kong'eni gime timere Uganda. Ni godo kotie gi mar jo boda boda watie gi jonyuol ma jogwe boda ma jonwang'ie kwo go kidho kelo boda boda riji ma jotie gi mar ma boda boda i milion 2 kende. Milion 2 no kicho nwang'o pikipiki ikisi oro ila dwoko nyaka gana 400 pa loan mere. Ropire go neno ni kikelo pikipiki manyien e Uganda ka idikela direct ma misolongoye ichulo nyaka milion 2 kende tinwang'o pikipiki to ropire misolo thoth inwang'o ni ichulo denge milion 6 akanyaka igweyo pikipiki Uganda ka. Nyo jumene majo kwanyi loan ni jochulo dekiri milion 4 nyaka jogweyo ka jochulo up to milion 4 nyaka iweri jo pikipiki no. Jaduong' no owacho ni meno ka ngir ma idhomie piny osa ka ngir ma dhano ma pinyi ber government oshule go. So imedo wi meno owacho ni jumathoth ufumbul tho kiriro piri kiska dhako kwayo chuore chuo pa jomanyo chulo loan ma boda boda mi ko kwayo gimoro wacho ni nyere kono nanga kosa jotho wan jotie gi dinyo. Jaduong' wacho ni pesa kadhi loan to kadhako duong' wane chal pa bedo gi jaduong' ma timo tele so bedo kanyo lateko kere dhako duong' king'eni jacha tie gi baden ma loan ma miyo go kinyal gi nang'o neno dinyo pere. Owacho ni boda boda maguchone ni business ma yot ma konyo ja Uganda ropiri tisi wona tima maber dhano timi same waneno kiri juma ju graduating gi university jo gweyo boda boda so ma business manyo same yot ri dhano koro pecho pere miyo go wani yakelo ringat matie gi mar ma boda boda jie i government pere boda boda i milion 2 kende ki milion 6 ma wenyiewe ono kosta milion 4 ma uchuli e loan. Nike me pinyi mawani aka waripo nwang'o ni wabedo gi pesa migowa akanya ka wakur pesa ni mawani kosa chuo ti iyeto yach ni jodak nyuom kere ti chongoye kosa jochulo loan mathothi igi piny businesses kosa boda boda gi piny achiel ma jotimo man kinyal yejo kuru pesa ni maber tunyo go wacho ni piny ma metie ye lim kweth maka wanwang'o president paka go mochung'e gima ti Uganda ka mago nyalo loko to bedo pa pesa makonyo ji ido dinyo wabedo gi siem loyo bedi government memanyo paro ni jonwang' bothwa na in kadongo ge metemi ripo chulo misolo kisi giminyewo tie misolo maloki na loka dhano manyuol ma jachandi ibedi jakwairo kaka nyathi nwang'o pesa moko perin. Ni jaduong' Museveni gi kipiny ma wacho jie kama wuothie wacho gi tuodo kende ne en wen paka nagongera road mano kotho mago kiskubi no wacha meno ka wamito ya wang' weni wanyuthi na dieri on tuodo achiele mago wacho kis kama wuothie gimago chiko kete nikigola ketho milion 100 ikisi chalo meno nyuto parish meno lachale pa parish modo togo wani parish modo mengeri matiye tie ngeri makitire go motire paka go bedo economist
iketi parish en kutoke chalo
iketi parish kiketi chalo gemela tundu bote ni chalo peri meno nyo chalo meno zone paka ajaro dame zone mori kiswa kacha milioni 100 ku kete milioni 100 oro mabino medere tu bedo milioni 200 amena meno wipanyo pesa me to gola bedo gi program manwang'o ni in be kaka japiny kumi gimoro iripo ori ngeri mabere akamena mila bedo ila min makatala maduoko ye nyaka gimathin kanu imito ni kisidano ji obedi minyo onwang'o gime onwang'e ni pesa bedi mgo apera kakuro pecho mabere ma wach madhawe mamoni giwacho ni iranga chama bijanjal kisindiri kosomena kende kisindelu ni wakwany woke Uganda ni wanwaju ke jubuke di chango ido famba ama walimie tek sana to government ma Uganda minyo nene walimi famba to jubino juneko wako society an wona poyo chango an paka suwe da back the society tabido fifi famba tanwango kada 200 kosa 300 idaki kwa iraja nyuol kitabo nyogime jaduong'e wane kidho duoko akakucho duoko jufur kifuru famba kosa chiemo moro je minyiew society mi to tho nike go kidho kelo gimiluongo ni insurance company la shuli ni pesa peri ni ochoti assessment ni ang' adieri chiemo peri ni otho meno ki program maber ji padola wadani majo winja same ni odoko go medo ni gimomiyo pesa kinyalo bino e chinge ja Uganda joma juti government jokwalo kisi oro trillion 10 ma pesa paja mimi solo so pesa kucho kwale tota meno nwang'o ni nyo government kifudi ma government kinyalo bedo gi pesa to jochako kikopa pesa woko magi nango manwang'o ni jotimo gine gima jomita yen kima konyo japiny
leo milion achiel Geto primary school ang'wen
okay
trillion 10 neno primary school 40
jaduong'i kanya oiko kenyo aparo ni wiwinjo
kosa dual rohele centers 3 40
pesa me joma jokwalo kimaki kirijo ikimaki jominyo ng'ang'ani misolo imedo ketho misolo mala ni ginang'o ishulire joma jokwalo akamena mineno joma joti NRM ngeri ma jogeri wini chalo koro ka jochon wang'o mogat nago kada mathin jokisoko mane message mekwa wing'eyo jogeri sana ma jokimiti wach kire ni jamen wang'o ne pesa kosa jaduong' me nyaka chieng' no oti die waka wanengeri magotie same nyungo paro ni nyungo lokere kingi kosa kere moro ma area kere meno pesa meyo ma misolo amiti moro wigina meno nigola geto stadiums ikisi district nyaka ng'e nyithindo ma wani jonyal bedo tetek mathoth mere ma jotie gi talents ma mopira ma ng'wechi ma ginang'o jonyal bedo kenyo kitieko jo e Uganda ke bende moro wawinje kada nyathi tuki Arsenal kosa Maniu kosa teams moro je ma Europe koro Barcelona kune wananaka wini nyolok wi jo nene jo pake dan ma TV to mana winjo be ni wanyiewo kwani waloyo iloyo ibi TV wametu ni okeli gimi nene gi ka ikidhi kisawe ti woni nani nyath para ye tuko ka Ewani mene nyake nyalo wane waloyo ropere bitie ibedo stakeholder team no to wakimiti wabedi piny ma waloyo gimoro ma TV meno ke piny ma tiyore dhano jaduong' no dokomedo ni go kidho chulo pesa ri kisi nyathi go kawuok e primary kiri university ipadhola nen wi wachni ji waparo ni pesa ongo Uganda jaduong' mobed economist eno cho wach ni kidho chulo pesa wo kawuoki i primary kiri university school fees me amolokere riwage man akas wawachri ni school fees amoloko ja Uganda ja chande itie gi nyathi kidhi chulo $3 million e school ile dong itie kwa gabich idong ne gi pesa kada machiemo kosa kada be masimro kana bakida be di wada na mabech pa biario so school fees me amakelo ruwa shandi teteke roperwa asa chulo pesa kuwit ke piny man paka kidho Australia government doko chulo nyathi kisoma chulo fees doko chulo kiri nyathi no mesara mabedi school anen win wach no megi mafodi du pufundi itwani tonyo kawa wero hotel wala neni gi piny manyien bino to wachako wuoth manyien ameno gi Sangala gi pesa mugo mwan paka go wacho no jofuonji jolan wango mesara marom meno e government pere meno madogo medo lalwenyi doko gi corruption ni kod juma jubedo corrupt then odoko go dwalirin maje mati Kisi district go la upgrading la medo obedi referral hospitals gigi mameteri eje equipments ma tich x-rays no x-ray ma AI kai oride mbale kwa CT scan kwa ginano la bedo toro ka keneno miwani kinen wano shot Kisumirizo kosa man shot nandala giji pereje be maju shungi Kisumirizo paka nyo an mati West Budama North me ine ni paka anti badigo wawuotho kanyachiel meno nyitho ni kawi yera ni chwe mereje we ng'at wilali
Kiri Faith Asimwe.
gi Faith Asimwe woman MP a Faith Asimwe deli foku moto win to kacho gime kacho wach pa jaduong' mi gola moto win gi doctors gebe dokola ila keto ila medo kweti dwalrin kosa medo kisom sa ju doctor kwet e Uganda ka wanwang nwatie gi doctors maromo wabini kwirme lwenyi gi kipiny ma wabino lwenyi gi kipiny jedeje mawuok na wacho riwi mago wacho me nyaka wabedi e piny matiyo ri kisi dhano niki watie gi roin marecho ropiri juma imiyo jo pesa mayiko roin me jokwalo oko to pesa dong mathini makirom yiko royo maber mena mineno kiri royo meketi elam igweye motoka kosa kada gal kosa pikipiki ora chiel wona ma ohale oko kidhi piny kada Kenya oka tiroin malen sa auchiel ang'wen accidents nokie rupiri kisidano ki kadho nagongere kada mikidoke wani tie ng'ata labino yuwiyan ng'ata bino toro be gwa kano ong'ang'ani ongoe dhano mabino yuwiyan mena ngeri mi duoke accident kwe tu royo mi lara mi jaboda mitoka ka jagali tie ng'ata wuotho motoka tie royo rach mena miyo ji go potholes to podho yule accident to jotho piri roin wakiketie pesa kosa mari matimo royo maber matiyore jije ne paka nagongera road mawe ywak gine mechi kachika win aka pesa mi ko gene me kapacho meke pesa peri misole mi solo dhano ma piny do kiber kiro kwai government ni konya ni timira gini ro piri me pesa peri ng'ato kidho kacho ng'ato wi puare go ni jame kole gima gime kitimire wan mi to gime to nywati Uganda ma jotel joloko wan pa jokwai rock ni ka ywaka kosa kawaki gut kosa wayetira yeta kosa walamo dhano gimoro kitundire wan meno kipiny matiyore ji ni Uganda samiti gi banja ma trilion 100 ropere joma juti government ma NRM jo asa kwalo pesa chok wala meno dikindi winjo Uganda kopa kwa billion dollars adi piny mawoko. Chokopa kwa pesa adi kuni. Okop kisi order paper mati parliament ichako gi kopa pesa kende. Kiwachi no ikopa pesa mati mango kosa magi nango ikopa ene ji jonwang' misara to medere malo. So misolin
you summarize.
so misolin mama nyoko chogi chameno misolin machulo no ki machulo banji ni no mena minwa ngoni kitiri win. Nyoka ka go mapio pio wachogi me so jadwong no minyo show wacho ni jadwong mi 7 oshobedo kama oro pirang'wen gepe idogo bedi tiyo riji maber ido jami go ke expecting am 7 bende go posters pere same ni go fupo ji ni go tie kenyo boleri go kwiri go ido bero bedi dhano ma karango kwiro kiro timi kiri poster piri ji ongego win tinga to kwa jadwong no era wajo ma wakingere mama wari pogo posters marango kwiri go ido bero ranga en kinene tich pere bere. So dia meno iya wini amed doko fo wini gi jolo watoro gi winjo wani anaba doka bino West Budama North mawano akabino matek machwenye wang'ini wala wuotho wi maber wanwang'ini wawero jotel pak West Budama ma okenyo mafo kibolo kada risoi wibolori waziri to wechaka ywa kisa wibolori waziri jo West Budama wanen win ngeri mwanyalo wiri adhomi watemie soye be ogweye kenyo wine pokrok ni lati okosebe afo giwinja ni dhako duong'a simwe odel tieka omothie jbol kwiri owashie manok nyaka jaduong' man ma ok teso makidho werore jo mawa Matro County jonyal yeah that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we faith Odeli ma dwaro kome ma one MP Tororo district bendo kutho wache omothie wini go tundo minyo ochok chao kiliesa nyaka wanwang' ni ke waloko gime idhu ateso.
Yeah, in TNAD, my people of Tororo, Big Boss, Asimo Faithful, those are my names. I greet all of you, my people of Tororo. Asimo Faithful, Wajenda Town Council, Tororo District. I come in to greet you, and I'm coming as a woman member of Parliament, Tororo District. I call upon all of you, the people of Tororo, to come and support me, and I work with you. Thank you so much, my people of Tororo.
Okay, alama ndoi ekirore Uncle Sam. Alosenga julakini akirono ineriti a president Nandala James Mafavi Nandala James no nerangesi misalo songa da julakini konya alosonga tubu o uriaka ano acha makine si elaine si tutere ipupuni aneje seda no ilosda si alimun achamun tenge be irarte sache otoma musugun achie da irarte sotoma angaje peana ipala ebe akwop na ija sikeda ikapun ngesi akuna kirot nenera president Nandala Mafavi ebe ekoto ikapun ojasi otunga out ngesi apuga na ijai amin na ija situnga merapu ganna eleleba corruption abalange sebe obukedi ane bukedi arai erone tunga lui korie epaba onyari te paba ngolibe esabula kwangani aroni bo bitunga lui korie emwanyi onyari te mwanyi be esabu no irionon konye kopani mamebo bibore ngini mamepa mamoni korie paba e society nda alemare ne kolenga dianoni nyamar ninda oponi olemare aja ikolo aingadis na ngadi nyamar ne nyarta society erika duke na ngone jasi malangese be kolo ajinyamat arai buni edumni bera akoru na jok ayangari nyamara una ngadake ngina tetere do na pakina yata kinotoriti isine inane jari city yata kino city isine olos jo society alemuni koni kapunu ay tosom obey e gwala rapugane obey kon elos nyesa inyakon apugane kwana tia ngin apoteto ngalu lo apugana kwana alemar nen kiere do apolori etiai le gwel na re inyamat do da apolore tengeda edumu ji nyamat akoru da bera koru e pole bei ai pit e pole bei ena ni yesa anyunet ebe kopokwana akawle karaka isangon nere polo ni Museveni be e kotonge sa itiji ichan otomo karaka isangon e pikonge sa itiji ichan konye koto ikopani bo ba itiji ichan bunge sena kanyu nete be anyu tinge solago idue lu okara moja iboete ai ngito na epiolo yi na pop biana ngeta kin oja se do sawe tepite do sawe palale sawe konyi boete do anena soma ngito okara kaisa ngon e pikapu gana aduko kinto ngalo okara moja araeda inyo atukono no elaite osodi ko nyesa nera kironi routine rocky routine rimirimi ko pani ngesi atutubete no Uganda kere konye balangesi be itoni ngala kimaka no Uganda mami routine torosi chuti rocky routine red ebu ngeso bukieda ne na misindwa rocky routine ibu konye jone aloste ai torone na aloste kwapa rocky routine noi konyo karaka isaon basi kwibe utoni aba yowari okabar mama jina re bar to sese dange na ngisi be ayowari okabar ka kadange nyabe protecting our gains yesa bana ngisi nyobodo dai protecting nyobo yowar toni chan routine lo arokoko akoko ara binyo ne yowar toni enerabu bongese be ka stadium lombale eje tungene tlo kola bakai masete ikuya ngesi kolo seka buna yaun konye ko pan loto jo esiti do na ebika eta ebika kin mambo bo standard jele stadium angwe elai konye rimorta pugane ya ne jo cholo ebilosi sei topolora boliasio ilosi sei topolore mo pira tetere etumuna ka itopolorinyo a talent loka etumuna konye balangesi be arebu akie pugano icholong eje kapun lui puak lui jasi tomotonga naroni Uganda ne isirington edeke etepedo o ningese jasi ke nimor jason ke rai boisi ne lai konye itunga ok ngese kokwana rikapun obuni ngesa limuni be aya wapugana tiaka tomo mwalimu wanjobe mwalimu isiana kina musuguni isiana kina musuguni konye ebaka ingolo isiana kini science etachi kapunu lo epoaka dodo lo isiana kina musuguni lo isiana ne SST tacho nguni kapunu ikidioko konye to ngalu kerelo sete do peso koni balangese be ebu ngesa pugane ke inyakuni nyesi angosi bibito mo mwalimu oyongte te mwalimu arara la musugun arara la mwalimu lo sharakine science kesi kere rasi mwalimu lu kere kotosi ojasi mamji pere isi science o mamji siata musugun ngesa balangesi balangesi be kotomo do itomon ikanye uni mamedole to university iarebon apolokebe 80% mamedoli o university 20% bon edole university bona yaon nyesi apolore bei la shoman oina ngesa anyunet I college metekesi isomere lu mojong kachonga college anebere je kachonga college bukedi je Tororo college je Tororo girls idwe akorio ko ngesa stumetenen konyo kopokwana redwe alua barak ngese jasnin nara ebe ilo ishomere isomere ngulu apugan pole be ibere ba depare isemero ilu lu atae kolo balangese be kolo kesi lu ashumete nara kesi de lu palu akoyo obuni yesa alimu ni be ekoto ai bika kini kapun ne ja setonga na sodit ai tokolora shuman osodi konye ai topolora kur ara agriculture tetere ni da idumuni kapun apedorete ai to shomo kedwe ka kolo akorio to kwe paba akorio to kwe mwanyi ano ito shomo kedwe kes inerti ngesi ni solo sine ebe jasi solo sine kuju noi osodi ngesa yaoni anyu nete na esukali likumini yare akwata uni osolo aso kwenye bika kinete kui kesa kapunu ya transport epika kinete kui akesa meda idumuni jobe esukali egwelo kopana ni gwelo nane ojumla ilikumini wongon oduka ilikumini wongon akwataka kwenye balangesi be eloshe yesu ni solo sine kwap ejoni kapu ni sirerengito ndede ke jai white nwe pulu pero na dumuni nyo ikapun so ni ngesa isingo kinwe ekotoni a second etungenen leja sikeda chwa na itijes lwe medija kampia oya uni ngesa anyu netebe aja ingesi public accounts committee kape chairman angino parliament na ajari ngesi ngina oponi kama na minister ikamo na vice president ay wene ina ngesa example minister na yare keropo no wena anu akokwara ra medija PI API ngunu no aya otano amukian oponi kama obunyesi kapo na ndala mafabi James ikamungun elos ngesa yango ninya kute ngese kapundu edo tarita akwatat ngunu bere bone pedore ti atachi rupito lu mwalimu adaoni kareka ngese be ejasi ngese kara speciality ngesi o candidates lu kere kenyuni ngesi boni esiomete kaparauta accountant erautu accountant ngesa twelo mara PI arauta administrator etweni ngolilo epolokita krono engare noni arauta lawyer ara ngolilo ekisela esiomete ngesi nena speciality chut dodo isomata ngesi World Bank angina balangesi angina soma ngeso World Bank aja popola na ya utaingina angini twena elelebe ajenu basombo netia somata jo tetere apopola angin yesanyo na ikone loy mani jo anyu be biai ijo dai ijai akrono amidi cha PI nara amidi cha PI pereta na sala so munyamero pitila atai ngesa balangesi ni osori ngesa nerno ikamto se PDM balangesi be PDM angoli chalo edumuni imiliolina kwatat angoli karu mere parish konye village ne around bodonge sa jola kini be around kwani village development model mabo be around parish development model around okay village development model ora ena kini imiliolina kwatat angoli karu dodo nin nyesa anyu nerebe ikapunulu ena kena 20 dope million pedore 20 ngola me down mere ka kolenge balangiso buki angeno kono yaone ichie 20 ayangari ofamu ke alebaka imudebo ejasa itukunu etumitos ejasa formula target ejakine konya baka ibe ena tailo parish modo million te dope ara de bika ke jo karto mono mami pera gwel na itu karto mono mugogo ngunu kera ayaone pepe osodi bongesa tamarbe iro pitolu ya soma kalu apugan elos ngesa kia uniro pitolu ya soma kalu apugan nara wanje isirigin lwenya memembo parliament lwenya meti minister ipwa kanoi aitirana kere soma kicheli lu apugan konye kere alo stedo peso koni balangesi apugani ke arese kuninyesi auni nyesi iro pito lu ibiecho kino keda period na ka tongenen osodi konye ngesa limu na krono etatai ekotongesa yaone etata itono chaloi aisiana kine tonga asom iboro lu epera soma kan yauni nyesi anyu netebe ingwala siki yauni ngesa ingwala siki kola soma ete iswetan ingwala siki kolo esoma ete gwen ngesa ra donyo konye kwana emame ingwala sadi osomo da era to ngakere ejade to ngakere puto to ngakere bali ingwala siki osoda ngor balangesi be angoro no epedorta ai tekere business tomo joko chuti dodo ibore ne lo ngesa som ngesa be ka kine sako ngoli le lo sa na kina ngoro no e capital le ge arata business o so da tumunak e balangis be e lo ngesi adoma kina tumunak aso misine o ma meti katia kai idio bore kere o ma meti katia ka to matekeri meti katia ka to mo ayon konye na kingesi angini tungena ndikere opole beitor o ya ngesi be anyunete be apotu kui eba yaone standard gauge railway dobo bere railway je la je so mai mamu je so mai ko to sibesa yaone chie agiringol da swam ipolok kada imo jongai e balangesi be angoli polo ne dumuni lukuna kasa kanyape angine la e corruption e bongo to ngesi no corruption noi e corruption akoko na lupok akoko na akituk ngunu kere no kola ebuna pugana opona obo ibore ngino polo noi e kokota lupok e kokota e demete to ngai tuk ke di boriche be dinge sa itemo kine ke program elo manga sa pugana apara si akwata tan wegi unete o daute ngesi ai giru ne iponele lo sere hata chakine to ngalu keri kese boro e balangesi apesen na akop e pola pesen na akop noi kopane rai arita lukumina kwatata polo kebe arelo mange sapugani ke ina ngesa anyunete na president lo Burkina Faso adauja ta cara pesen otomo kariare apolo kebe mamu ngese koto kini karulu ade parete itomono ano aitemo kini Uganda oko ojok osodi konye apu akona so misine no epo tetere abare jauni otonga kire engeta kini ngesi abunge so tema be e koto kino aneda ale mara koko nara kwa ni ne kokwa oni Luis isomae okidweda aiturne peneni elosai konai akoko itebere jo anyu ngesa yauni ngesi anyunet ebe Polon 2019 apara si ano e covid ni kierite Polon angine para ebune Polon yata kanga para si akaisare yata kanga para si akanyare ni kierite Polon konyi kapunu luko pana toso mabe Polon na no mi aputosia do bona bogo ina anyu ninye inga ebere ma mejene Polon iko kweni karto mono kuju ejene Polon araiti kapunu uni otonga osodi ngesa ngeta kine balebe ose kutungesi okwete lachet age ono kuju itoni kwop tetere ngesi auni abara tomo chwe kon narai ekotonge sa topaki ni be corruption o mame apese nini kerata chare yalama no.
Yeah, thank you so much, Odeke Sam. Before we get on to the listeners to ask some questions in case they have, we have here, of course, Ekanya Joffrey, is the candidate for Tororo North. Baba Simwe, who is the candidate for Tororo District 1 MP, and we have also Okongo Leo for Tororo North. I want just them to say something of what they are going to do. Is it so, Ekanya? Then we can have the questions a little bit.
Yeah, this is a talk show of the president, and it's a day for the president. And
well, it's 2 minutes. We have to
to me, this is the greatest opportunity, God-given opportunity. Like a human being is born once.
Yes.
Agura Wuri tried to run for president of Uganda from Houston. He could not even after the nomination, he disappeared. Power must be shared. Position of president must be shared. Let nobody deceive you. If anybody tells you that doesn't matter, that means it doesn't matter if your children sleep hungry and the neighbors are eating. It doesn't matter if your children are not going to school and the neighbors' children are going to school. It doesn't matter if you are sick and you can't get treatment and your neighbor is, when he falls sick, can get treatment in the hospital. It doesn't matter if you sleep in you don't have land for digging and your neighbor has land. It matters because we must share power. That's why we have one president. In Uganda, we have one MP. The president has too much power. He can appoint, he is the one who appoints all ministers, appoints all the heads of the army. He's the one who appoints all people who keep our money. They are called accounting officers, permanent secretary. He appoints all the judges.
Electoral Commission.
He appoints the electoral commission. He appoints all ambassadors. He is the one in charge of, he appoints the Minister of Finance, the one who keeps our money, the one who appoints the person who keeps our money in the Bank of Uganda. All these banks you see where we borrow money, the money comes from Bank of Uganda, and the person who appoints is the president. And that one person has been in the power for 40 years. For us, we thank God that what he has done, he has done. For the remaining few years, he cannot do much more. So, our request is, if you think, if it is not proper that when you fall sick, your neighbor gets medicine and for you don't get medicine. This is our time as people from the East to also have our son to become the head of state of this country. Even me, I wanted this position, but we cannot all compete. We say, let us choose one person. Me, I will be the either Prime Minister or Minister of Finance, because so that I take care of money. Bank of Uganda.
Yes.
So then you should vote for you.
Yes, me, there will be the Minister of Finance, and I'm questioning Your Excellency that he appoint me when I go to the Minister of Finance.
Yes.
So I want to question the people, to this our chance. We have had President Mawoki Acholi, Tito Kela, Amini, Kor, West Nile, Obote, Kor, Tawanika, Waganda, Lule, Binaisa, Mutesa. Me when I say Luan, Danukru Wondin, where the Aja movement, Ija Nupu, you keep not belong to a party, FDC. Me I still want no room your one account and dog, Matia, Malibista. Report to a government youth on it, pin my chandere, lawyer Uganda with the North. Come on, you're running to a change, you let it go in the royo. You talking about your Mogo for Makinyale. Kamalu is chandi. I want to come with Busoga, his budget. Bas muto kumepino kana bas mepino ka peso mboeka to jimajo nganglo ya Uganda or you waste time kimi wa kwa hirikira dieri so amakwa wini we just go nandala wa hiriki mago to kimi ora pitch kende ko one more to donjo ni tomato jo soma to pima don.
Yes. Of course, what happened? Asimo, very quickly, then we.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nance.
Just 2 minutes, very fast, before we get the callers.
Asimo Faith Adele are my names. I will also say that this is a chance, it's a good chance. Enough is enough. The president has ruled Uganda for 40 years. This is the chance for the people of Eastern Uganda. I happen to be one of them because I'm married to you and I'm a woman here. So please, let us support, yes, I belong here. Let us support our own president to come and take us on. I'm having a school at Bila Skills Development Expert, Pajenda Town Council, and I'm calling upon all the people in Tororo. I'm going to offer this, I'm going to give
Scholarship.
bursary.
I'm going to send you.
They should begin sending children to come and register. It is also part of the secondary school, vocational and secondary school. So please, come, we develop together. Each sub-county I'm giving an offer of 5 children per sub-county. So the people of Tororo, Katajura, Mabodesi, Katikalite, mentioned but a few, please bring children, let them acquire skills. Asime Faith Odell to help and continue with development. The people of Tororo, they are very good people. They like so much expressing themselves at times. But most of the time also, this air here to speak to people, it's not easy.
The radio.
Yeah, on the radio. You have to be with money. So I want, in case I'm supported and I come in as a woman MP to a district, I want to also bring in a broadcast in Tororo. It's going to be, yes.
Radio.
Yes, it is going to be TCBC, Tororo City Broadcast Services. This TBC is going to have TC, TV, Torosite, television, and then TC, Torosite FM. So this radio, why I'm putting it across, I want the people to, in case you are pressed somewhere and you're not being served well, because I went to the hospital one time here in Tororo, I found people, they don't have medicine, you know?
There's no water in the toilet.
They know water in the
Smelling,
toilet.
stinking
You
toilet.
reach there, the whole place is stinking. I was like, what's wrong with these people? What is it? What's the leadership of this place? Remember, they're having very many MPs around, including the woman MP. So I feel like they need also to have where they can air out their complaints at a low what? At a low cost.
Okay.
So even if you're coming from Kalite, you can come. Once I am given this opportunity, I'll be able even to give you the transport.
Okay.
Support me, I'm there for you.
Okay.
In my school,
As you wind up here.
I have these courses. There is carpentry and joinery skills, carpentry and joinery. There is tailoring. There is building and construction. There is salon and cosmetics. So please send children, let them acquire skills. Thank you so much, my people of Tororo. One Uganda.
One people.
I'll cut to very quickly, then you can have questions. Listener, you'll be able to ask questions. 0744 602644 0789 30.
Once again,
8022.
Okongo Chris, aspirant, West Budama North constituency. This is a constituency that has been having old people ever since I was born. I think it's an opportunity now to vote in a young, vibrant man. I'm a very brilliant person. You people know it. In 2021, I was there, we ran, especially the youth. We are the majority of voters. Why do we think we are incapable of or incompetent of being in these positions? In this parliament, I always see people like Semuju. These people just shout, not shouting, but speak points, and the things come. Then we have our MPs who go and sit. They get jobs, they don't work, then they come back to you. And I see Electoral Commission just nominating them, even when they have not worked. So, Bipatola, and Pakasoye, anti programs, Risoye, group Risoye, Matete, Merejo Metocon, Utomarapena. Kirikiri was a recorded you might take a mango and so on. Ching no a bit of program, skilling, so ye. So you man Majukunyalo made Rogic Soma Samijo Matu Missile Chalco. In Yekere, so I take Sangalanya what I take school, my skilling. Miawe query, I've been another no Majam Seni, your dongo medium from Jami Seni, while I was 7, Gimawango Guinea, because I want me to carry one. Together, we shall have a joint voice to demand for services like the Lango MPs do, the Sholi parliamentary group do. I'm very, very, very disappointed that we don't have a parliamentary group in Bukit. Yet in Tororo alone, we have like 10 MPs. Even Tororo alone can have a parliamentary group to discuss their problems and demand services. Honorable Kanya, I don't know what happened. We are very disappointed as young people. So, me, I'm bringing in a new force, a new energy, and that works.
Okay.
I'm a young person. I don't have so much things to do with money. This money I will share with you.
Thank you. Listener 0744 602644 0789 308022. You can be able to. Yes, hello. Yes. One team up your swa.
When you go in the Dennis, you will go on about
Where Dennis?
Get that much of everything more penny yet. Kimanyalo wacho, the Oro Pirangwen, the Boromwani, the Oro Pirangwen, Babu Boromwani, want me to wait off, want me to Nenu ye, not Manalo, the Kimadongo, paying me. Don't go to Oro Pirangwen, did you? Work again, dragging in the woman I call her, do what you my kids, more than my people, more yet. Then you say, cool, one kid, you never Carlo, pretend that my bear of me, Terre. Inyote di kes gimoro to or pirangwen odiero Museven gobero wen ng'at manyo gobe wane ni gokine ng'ata to nyalo were go goki were mapime afoe
Oh, before so take where then you see Cody Conaba Cody Meno. Hello. Yes, Rock Mambo. Yes. Jeffrey Grubongi. Yes. Yeah.
corruption manchi Uganda ka kime wakati wano kwa Kristo wekazo mwajiri kito kwano kuli waka wate kumulisi kulilekazo wa chane kito nena naka mano kira kwa nina uchino wate kumyako kuli umefene marareo abitu wachiru wini wali wawili kito kumeni ya wini pino kichi mwilo mwane akili mwajiri abitu wachiru wini kumsame kwa nina Uganda tupa wini same kwa president Museveni wacho Ike tumajo mita Yesu Yesu kila kwa Tumetoroyo kwa na memara no Kile Amu miyo na kwaya ni Ndu hauke Yadi Kitu
Okay. Okay.
So anapoa wifati Yelo manga na mara kucheza mito na mwa Yukwani ando Yukwani chokato Yutumi chuka Chuka
Kale. Hello. Hello. Yes, hello.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. How are you? Whom are we talking to?
This is Obo.
Obo from where?
Petai.
Okay, Obo from Apetai.
Yes, for me, I want to ask a president that everywhere I go, people are saying the president has been planted by NRM. I want him to answer him.
Okay.
Say, they are being quiet for 20 years in the parliament. What happened? Another thing, you will see when they start coming to the vote, they will be putting them in the house arrest. I want him to clarify that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That is the Obo calling, and of course I was finding out. I hope you had that on. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please. Hello?
Yes, you're speaking to John.
John calling from where?
I'm calling from Kujo.
Yes, John from Ukuju.
Yes, I want to take this opportunity to thank my president. Yeah, in the studio. And my MP. So I have a question to my president.
Very quickly.
Yeah, I remember Dr. Kizabeth raised a complaint about the reform. So I don't know how is he going to manage that, because I know the way back 2001, 2006, the Dr. Kizabeth used to win his election and he was elected as a president, but they could not announce him as the president. So how is he going to overcome that?
Okay. Okay, thank you. Hello? Yes. Hello? You're calling from where? Okay.
And then we refused to fix it what we promised. And the other thing is that they should respect first of all the corruption which you found out of the court.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Corruption and the
Corruption.
yes. Okay.
How you going to manage?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Wala program.
Hey, Ibegi Winjo.
Nema kana tuna chileka kwa pay.
John Otilegi pay. Yes, John from
Yeah. aniki maradre television yani malami jona kunini do machine da ko kulanga ni matuma na madako kata.
Okay.
So can clear man.
He talks about also that you can win the election, but again announce another person. This question that comes for 3 times. Let's just pick one more call and then they'll answer this question. Hello? Yes. You're from Agodes? Your names? John Magodes. Your question or comment?
I would like the Honorable Nandala.
Yes.
First of all, I want to thank him. And I want to say that I will meet him in Parliament. I want him to clarify on the rumors of the black money that apparently they good from Emirates. And then I think Mandala is a person of the good man. Next time if he's president, I would suggest that he does the wrong with party because they're just dividing us. Because himself is a very good man and I don't want to meet him on the basis of SDC or another party. Thank you.
Okay. Finally, final caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Another thing, I
Your
want
name?
to clarify about this thing of clearing in Malaba. What is the clearing in Malaba?
Okay. Thank you. Honorable Nandala, those questions, I hope that you have had those questions from the callers, and of course, I know you'll answer some. The president, FDC boy is also there. I know maybe we'll pick on some, and then we'll get on from there.
Thank you so much. Well, I have asked Leo to assist me to translate some. I'm still waiting. But
there are only two in Jap. There's 40 years enough. But these were just
The appreciation, just the commentary. Yes.
40 years.
In 40 years, they are saying the President Museveni should allow another person to also take over after 40 years. Corruption is too much. We shall vote, but the votes will be rigged. What are you going to do about rigging?
No, let me thank you so much. I want to thank everybody who has made an effort to call. Before I can make my comments, today there was a headline, not headline, one of the newspapers, New Vision, government paper, where Museveni dismisses rivals, saying Nandala ran BC into debt. I want to make a correction that the president must be too tired because he took the land of BCU when I wasn't not there. And the people who ran BCU to date were NRMs, which were his people. That shows NRM is a very bad group of people who run institutions or not on date. And I tasked him to show me the agreement where I showed him land because to have my signature. Now, if it has no signature and it has a signature of his NRM cadres, then it shows that he himself must have colluded with the NRM cadres to make sure BC runs in debt and they take the property. And this is one of the indicators why some of the other cooperative unions have been taken. For us, if we were not vigilant, they would have taken also BC. And I'm sure that Museveni and his team are bad. In 2010, when it was running now, paying the debts, running the institution was impositive. We had a lot of coffee farmers and the cash in the bank account. He came and grabbed it in 2010. He was there from 2010, 2015. Again, they took everything they wanted. So that's how, again, our union was under captive during his regime. But we fought back, we got it back. So that clearly shows that Museveni does not want anybody who wants to be rich. Now, he has said he has done things. He has built roads, he has built schools, he has done what? At what cost? That's number one. At what cost? And I want to tell people of Uganda, let me give an example. You send somebody to buy you 10 kilograms of meat, he brings you 1 kilo. 10 kilograms of meat is called meat also. 1 kilo is also called what?
Meat.
So you say we got meat, but what you never ask what quantity.
They just talk of
Meat. And that's why the people of Uganda, they're talking of meat, they're not asking of the quantity, they're not asking the price. So all this 75 what? Trillion. In 10 years alone is 750 trillion. So what did the people of Tororo have got? What are people of those villages have got? That's a question you want, and that's why I want leadership in parliament and government to come and ask such questions. So that's why I like you, Leo, you look a young man. The people you have been sending, they are old, of course, old people tend to sleep faster. They may not even understand things where you're going. Want the same way she's an entrepreneur woman, she knows the issue. You see, if you bring an entrepreneur person, he will tell you about taxes. He knows the pain we go through. I'm a businessman. I know how much I pay every day. I know what I go through, and I know what others go through. I know when you go to the bank how much man you pay in the bank. If you're going to borrow money at 25% per annum, you need to make a profit which is more than 50% to be able to pay the service of the debt and the loan. Now, then if you go to a money lender at 20% per month, that means that 240 per year. Well, if you compound it, it's about 400%. So it's dangerous. People are getting finished. Now, if a president of a country cannot know that Ugandans are living on money lenders are finishing them, her taxes are high, it's very dangerous. So these are things which we put across and say, yes, you brought peace, but which peace? And we here, people of Eastern, had no issues. It is you brought insurgents because we had been peaceful. We're selling our cotton, we're selling our coffee, we were making money. We're never saying we are not having peace. Now you brought peace. In peace, there was insurgents, people of Teso lost animals, people were killed. Okay, Teso, northern Uganda, of course part of our place in Mambo we lost. Now, if you go now, if they took their cows, and that's why I want to put all Ugandans to know, they took the cows. Right now, the land which was fertile and the grass for grazing is having balaro. That means they are the ones who took the people's cow, so they are able to bring balaro to graze their cows. I think you are getting it. So that they can grab their land and do away with that. So those are things we bring across, and that's the reason we come here to ask you for your vote. Now, I've been planted by NRM. I don't know how they plant a person. I've been a member of parliament for 25 years, and I'm still, of course, this is my 25th year. I have never been planted by NRM. I represent my people in parliament, and when I'm talking in parliament, I talk like a member of parliament for Uganda. I talk for Uganda. So what do you mean by that I've been planted by NRM in this election? In this election, I'm campaigning with my team. I have a party president, I have the treasury general, I have Masimwe, I have Yaleo, I have Margaret, and others. The purpose of organizing is to get votes. And now if everyone votes me, how will I get my vote and I give it to Museveni? I want you to tell me, these are people who talk words without doing. How do you get my votes and you add them to Museveni? Or how do you get Museveni and add them to me? So how do I become planted? Let us be serious, give me the vote. The one who's saying I'm planted, you wait, you vote me and see the results. In the parliament, I've never been quiet. We have been working, and here Kenya has been voted. You remember Kenya has been working in parliament, has been there for you. And I want to thank him for that. We have never been quiet. We have spoken, we have led committees. I was the leader of opposition in parliament. I was the chairman national economy. I was chairman park. And of course, if people know where I'm coming, my background. I worked for government, the deputy minister of finance at the rank of high rank of a commissioner. From there, I went to World Bank, where I was at a senior level. And if I was still in the World Bank, I would be a president of the World Bank. Maybe I would have served my 2 terms and also have left. But here I am, I still consult for World Bank. I do a lot of things for governments, and that's how I come with a rich background that I'm the best person in this election to sort out these problems of the economy. We want to assure President Museveni not the bush because of guns. He was a soldier, he knows gun, he has solved that. Now the issue now we have is poverty, which needs another man who knows that idea, and it's me in the whole group of 8. So house arrest, of course, house arrest. We shouldn't fear arrests and whatever. If you are on the right track, you'll always be on the right track, unless you are fearful. There will be maybe police. I've ever been here in Tororo police. I was brought here in 24 time. I was here for 4 days, sleeping on cement in Tororo.
What they're saying, Honorable, is that at the time of the declaring results, you can be arrested, and then the wrong person is declared. So, and then they would have wasted time.
No, there will be nothing. Let me tell you, a thief cannot chase you from your garden. You continue digging. This time I want to show you the announced results. I want to give an example. A station, a payroll section here in Tororo. They have voted Nandala has got 1,000 votes. Another one 1,000. Another one 900. They are totaling. The technology has come. We are totaling. How will you come and arrest me and I will say you have not? This is a time you will see how we shall fight for our vote. Nobody should lie. We're going to fight for it. So the best thing you have to do is to get our vote at a polling station. But also it is important that you go and vote. I'm calling on everybody to go and vote. And I look forward raising for that vote. And that's of course answers even John about complaints. They announced another person. I don't think they will announce another person. We will fight for our rights. And I can tell you some are determined and we're ready to that. Corruption in Uganda is very high, yes, it's known. And the reports are there. How are you going to fight if there's Auditor General's report? There's IGG report. You as a leader, as a president, must implement them without fear or what? Favor. So why haven't you implemented the reports? Auditor General said this road was not done fully, but the money was paid. Who ate the money? Where's the road? Now the law even allows us to confiscate people's properties. Are you getting? If you have got people, because that property you have are a result of stolen what? Money. So the stolen money you took, you went and built a house, you went and bought land, you have invested it in the bank, you have capacity to do it. If you don't do it, you put the money in the, no, you took $1 billion shilling, you have to pay it. If you don't pay, you will not leave this prison. Are you getting it? And they will pay. And that will be what? So I think that's how things, there must be a mechanism of recovery, and the law allows us to recover stolen property. Because you took money, it means you stole the property. And also this one also they will announce another person. I don't think they will. You just vote and put in a lot of votes so that even the thieves would fear to steal. Because there are too many. They always steal when there are very few. But when there are too many, nobody will steal. Now, of course, we are here. I want to thank all the people I met. If all those people went to vote, they gathered their vote, where would they steal from? Nothing. That's impossible. John Maganda say, you'll miss me in Parliament. Yes, I'm here, but I'm going to serve you as the President of Uganda if you give me your vote. So you don't need to worry. You'll be seeing me now more as a President. That money, you see, that money, I don't know which one is clean and dirty. But I don't know the data money, because money is money. But I want to tell you, I have never got any data money. And you know my record, I'm a businessman, I pay taxes. Number one, I'm a consultant, I'm paid money. I do so many things, I do community work, and I do it with clean heart. So I don't know what the issue of data money was brought, but I've never got any data money. The money I have, all is clean. Nanda is good man, but if this is a party, please, you're voting Nanda now. For let us say, if this is sponsored a candidate who is called Nanda, I had to come through a vehicle. And I'm saying now, here I am in the vehicle, I am asking you, let us go ahead. I'm the only one, this vehicle I'm driving, jump in it is the only one which will reach you in a right place. So I'm saying everybody jump in this car. We're calling on NRMs jump in, Noop jump in, FDC jump in. It is the only clean vehicle you will reach. Otherwise, if you are trying to say that when you are going to vote, you have a problem, I don't think if you are going to tick, they need you to tick that. When you tick Nandala, you would have committed a crime. There is no crime. And I can assure you, I want to ask everybody to vote Nandala, vote all my people on the key, because it's time for change and we'll look forward for change. By the way, that's when you see the 40 years coming. Even in the Bible, in 1 Chronicles, chapter 29, verse 26 and 27. It is very clear. King David ruled Israel for 40 years. 40 years. When Moses went to pray to God on the mountain, he prayed for 40 days. Jesus Christ fasted for 40 days. The children of Israel wandered in the wilderness
For 40 years.
for 40 years. The dwarf for Muslims is 40 days. The number of days of a thief are 40. So 40 is maximum. Those who are trying to insist this is the end. Even it is, and no king was loved more by God than King what?
David.
Even with the crimes he made, God forgave him. So I want to state that it is time for us for change. If you don't want change, it will be a problem. Now we bring solutions. You have heard they were saying we're going to bring 100 million shillings every village. The money is there. Not 100 million at a parish. For us, we're bringing 100 million at what?
A village.
And the parish has about 6 villages. So that is 600 million. If this one is bringing 200 at a parish, if you get 100 plus times 6 is 600 million versus 200, which one's better? And the money is there. And I want to tell you, meat is meat true, but ask for the quantity and the price. Don't see 1 kilo and say it is meat, yet it should have been 10 what?
10 kilos.
These 200 million or 100 million are given in PDM. How much have they taken? You have a debt burden over 100 trillion. I want to also be again realistic here, and I want to tell people of Uganda, if all God forbid, but let me bring it this way. If we decided that we wanted to do health sector, the whole health sector says it needs 10 trillion. You understand? Sort it out. Education needs 10 trillion. Roads needs 10 what? Trillion. These are which one is the one which is very important?
Education.
Education I've done, I've mentioned. I've said the health, education, road.
Security.
Agriculture.
Agriculture.
Say 10 trillion. Energy. Say 10 what? Trillion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what? 50 trillion.
50 trillion.
We have a budget of what? 75 trillion. You can say, this year, if you want to do, we're going to do 2. Health and education. First year, health and education. Second year, road agri. Third year, only 1 year, half a year, you do energy. In 2.5 years, the country would be thriving. But nobody is asking, where does the money we collect, this debt should go? You see a man coming on a loudspeaker saying, we brought peace. So which peace did you brought peace to steal us? You do eat peace, but even if, what did you, when you came, you got peace, you are collecting our money. You are incurring debts on our behalf. Where is it? Nobody is asking. That's why we're coming here now. That's why somebody says, oh, we have brought peace. We're going to do, I see is saying, we're going to upgrade the health care center for the what? Please, in 40 years, madness, and the people go to South Africa, India, where for treatment, a person goes to a hospital and they say there's no scan, go to the one. Now, do you know where they got the scan? To a private person. Eh? If a private person can afford a scan, and the government cannot afford, and you vote such a government, please, you get somebody, you get people with ambulances or with MP's names. These minibuses, which are supposed the drones. So they put their ambulance for this place. When the government is there to provide ambulances, when the government is supposed to pay workers, health workers, that's why we say we're going to pay health workers very well. Have ambulances, the health, like these referral hospitals will become national hospitals, health center force will become for hospitals with equipment. You will not go anywhere for a scan, it will be there, whatever will test your heart, it will be there. These equipment are
once for all.
Once for all. And these equipment are very cheap out there. But because of theft and the medicine, Every year we are putting drugs over 200 billion in medicine. Over 200 what?
Billion.
Who is eating this billion? You go to the hospital, you get expired drugs, yet they brought them last week. Why did you? You see, when we talked about the drugs, I had Seven also saying he's also going to he's going to fight the thieves of what? Drugs. Where has he been 40 years? When we said we're going to fight corruption, he said, I'm going to fight corruption. Where has he been? And the corruption is in his government. You see, he came with his 10-point program. Zero tolerance to corruption. We shall sleep on the beds made from Kawempe. We shall use shirts made from Naitiro and Africa. He killed the Naitiro. He killed African textile mill in Bali here. I hope you know it. We ATM. The cotton is destroyed. So he was lying, you tying a cover in your eyes. By the time he woke up, the country was gone and it is in his hands. So he's the one to determine what to give who to. Even the country is supposed to be developed equally, taking into consideration places which are disadvantaged. So we come here with a master plan. For me, I'm waiting for him to meet him. I've asked him when he comes to Bali. I want to debate with him about the BCU. He shows me the evidence how I sold the land to him, and I tell him this is how you store our money from this place. Of course, his agents.
We have less than 5 minutes, Mr. President, and we have less than 5 minutes to, as you wind up, and then.
Oh, you want 5 minutes? So maybe my my boss man.
Yes, indeed, Mr. President. I just wanted to weigh in on some of the issues, questions that have been asked. You've answered the question of graft, fighting corruption. I just want to underline the fact that Right Honorable Nathan Mandela, in the history of Parliament, is the best Public Accounts Committee chairperson we have had. And during his tenure as chairman, he brought down very big names in government who were found to have stolen money from government treasury. And so there should be no shade of doubt at all of the ability of such a man to fight corruption in our country. The best person not to fight corruption of the 8 people, and proven, his case has been proven, is James Nathan Nandla Mafabi. So on that account, really, in order for us to rescue money belonging to people that would then be used for development purposes, the right person to vote is James Nathan Nandla Mafabi. Now, there's a question that the president didn't answer. And this is somebody saying we should get rid of parties, just get rid of parties. Listener, thank you very much for that proposal, but that is not just done according to the way you describe it. Remember that we're in a monolithic political dispensation some time back, where we all, put into NRM, conscripted into NRM. And this matter was determined by referendum. The Constitution talks about referendum. If it's the wish of Ugandans that we do away with parties, then it will have to be determined through a referendum. And so it's not going to be upon Nandala Mafabi, the president of this country, to say that it's going to be upon the citizens of this country to say so. Now, on that money, I think this was really coming out of a political struggle for the soul of the FDC, where there were some people who wanted to take over FDC unconstitutionally. And so when Nandala and I said, no, this is not how things are done, let's go into an election, they found that they were very unpopular. They knew if they went to the countryside, they would not be appreciated, and they decided to throw dirt at us. And by the way, for the information of listeners, this matter was a subject of a discussion within the party. There was a committee of elders that was put in place, and Nandala Mafabi was exonerated, in broad daylight. And so I think this is a matter that has been settled. There is nothing like party money. It's politics. It's the fight for the conquering and taking over the FDC, and indeed, those guys who decided to go to PFF, they formed a new party. At a certain point, even suggested that they would dissolve the FDC. They failed miserably, and FDC is a party that you don't play around with. People who decide to leave actually face political death. I've seen a presidential candidate addressing 2 people, 3 people, really looking isolated. A person who came from the FDC, and you wonder why such a person left the party. The PFF has failed to field a presidential candidate, because the people who left the party to form that party are actually selfish people. They think they should continue to run in the same positions. You want to be Lord Mayor for life, you want to be MP for Kira for life, which is not the case with Nandala. Nandala had the opportunity to go back to Budadiri West. In fact, this time he could have won unopposed. But he said, no, this is enough. And I am leaving to climb higher, to serve the people of Uganda in another capacity. And I think it takes magnanimity to do that.